Take a look. As part of a raffle last week, Nate Smith walked on the ice for a shot through a small 3.5-inch slot. And yeah, he got it right through. However, he wasn't supposed to take the shot because the name on the raffle ticket drawn was Nick Smith, Nate's identical twin.
The next day I called back and I said, you know, it was really Nate that made the shot. And we thought honesty was the best policy. And
really? Wait a second. I don't believe that. Why did it take you 24 hours to tell the truth? Here's how ABC put it. Nate Smith, and I'm getting sick of reading these headlines. I'm going through the web today. They're all like, oh, Dad's honesty leads to, you know, possible whatever. Dad was not honest. Dad played a trickaroo. You don't think it's a real trick? This actually happened to somebody I knew. You ask a girl out on a date and then end up going out with her twin sister. They don't have the same personality. You feel gypped at the end? Of course you do. Nate Smith made all the sports highlight reels, says ABC, and won $50,000 for making an impossible hockey shot. But the 11-year-old hockey fan now stands to lose the bonanza because of his father's honesty. Nate was posing as his twin brother Nick when he made the shot. I just felt I had to do the right thing, Dad Pat Smith told ABC News. I just think that honesty is more important than any prize or money you could get. Nate made his amazing shot at celebrity fundraiser hockey game in Fairbuilt, Minnesota last night. He took aim from the center ice and fired the puck 89 feet straight in a goal which measured a mere 3.5 inches. The puck is 3 inches wide. Okay, so ABC is calling the father honest. I call this father's regret, father's hindsight, and yes, it's better to be honest late than to be honest never. But I don't think that the insurance company that put up the money for the shot should feel one iota of obligation to give this kid the money. And really, you know, if the boy gets upset, Dad, how come they're not going to pay us? I made the shot. See, this is where it all breaks down. It wasn't about making the shot. I mean, that was a component in receiving the money. The element of being the person that was called, and the fact that that person was given the chance to make that shot. That's the primary criteria for why the money should be awarded. So I want to know what you think. If this was your grandkid, if this was your son, and the other parent, not you, so if you're the dad, if the mother had let him go out, if you're the mom, if the father had let him go out, whoever the other parent is, if they had done that, if you were this boy's mom, what would you have said to how would you have handled the situation? Would you have even let the twin go out there and take the shot to begin with? 877-572-8446. See, I think as soon as they went down that path, the kid was doomed. Because if he missed it, he's going to be disappointed. If he makes it, he's not really entitled to it. 877-572-8446. Or do you disagree? 877-572-8446. I want to know your thoughts. Come on, 3 people in America have to have an opinion on whether parents should tell the truth about their kids' participation in such things. The father said, well, we want to set a good example. 24 hours after the fact. See, and I think it could be just as easy that the father's like, you know what, they're going to figure it out. It wasn't Nick that took the shot, and that's the name that was called, and Nate's not going to be able to not tell people that he was the one that made the shot. So this whole thing's this whole house of cards just come falling down all around us. We better go tell the truth. I mean, for whatever reason, the father did decide to, okay, 24 hours later, fine, I'll give him credit for telling the truth then. But there's no way at all, in my mind, that this dad should even ask for the money. To me, it would be completely wrong. But maybe I'm just a little wound up about this. Maybe I'm all goofy about it. What do you think? 877-572-8446. 877-572-8446. 877-572-8446. Really? Nobody has an opinion. You have two 11-year-old boys. You're the parent or grandparent of these kids. Your job is you're charged with teaching them character and integrity. Is this not a big deal? Or is this the downfall of the entire civilization? I kind of think it is. I kind of think this is where we've lost the entire cultural battle. We don't care about truth. As long as we get our $50,000, give me my money. 877-572-8446. 16 minutes before the hour. This happened, by the way, at a annual hockey game that attracts celebrities there in that region of Minnesota who play in some of the local schools' alumni that now play in the NHL. And they raise money for the Fairbuilt Youth Hockey Association. Lots of NHL names were on hand. Pat Smith, the Twins' father, purchased 3 raffle tickets at the Shattuck St. Mary's School hockey game for a chance for one of the kids to make an unforgettable shot across the ice and win $50,000. We thought we'd go to the fundraiser and support those guys, so I went over to purchase a few tickets with Nate, who was with me. When asked by his dad if he should put Nate's name on the tickets, Nate declined, saying with a cast on his arm recently removed, Nick had a better chance of scoring the winning goal. The family didn't expect that Nick's ticket would be drawn, so Nick headed outside shortly before halftime. Teaches that kid, you should never leave before halftime. The family didn't expect Nick's ticket would be drawn, and Nick headed outside. Nevertheless, he told Nate to take the money shot if his raffle ticket was drawn. Nate took to the ice in his twin brother's place, and in a play which had the entire arena on his feet, effortlessly swung the hockey stick to hit the goal in the $50,000 shot. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it, said Nate. So was the crowd. It was kind of amazing for Nate to make that shot, and it was crazy in there. People said it was the loudest it had ever been in that building. Now the boys may never see the check, according to ABC News. After he made the shot, we had to sign some documents and stuff, and I thought, oh boy, we don't want to mess that up. I didn't have time to really think it through, and I said, yeah, it was Nick's shot. See, the father lied on forms that they had to fill out for the company. The next day we felt so badly I called into the organizers and we told them that Nate made the shot. We did the right thing, the dad said. Oh, I didn't think it through. I was afraid I was going to go to jail. Line 1, Gene in Michigan. Good morning. It's Kevin McCullough. Glad you're with us.
Good morning, Kevin.
What's your thought on this? Am I just being an unreasonable, crusty, mean curmudgeon this morning?
Well, Kevin, I don't think that they should be given a reward for it, but I do think that we're all human, and that there are times when I've been at a cash register and somebody's given me the wrong change, and I've kept my mouth shut and then gone out to my car and thought about it and said, oops, this is wrong, and I walked back in and said, hey, you gave me the wrong change. Or I found $500 once in a money bag in a parking lot, and when I opened the money bag, there was the guy's Pint Club card, and I went home and I had to sit there and say, okay, I've got $500, or I can call the guy and give it back. It was tempting, but I did give the money back. So, you know, these things are sometimes hard to go through, and I used to go to Alcoholics Anonymous or Overeaters Anonymous, and one of the steps is that when you've done something wrong in your life, even if it's 20 years later, maybe you embezzled from a company at $1,000 or $10,000, if you want to overcome your alcohol or your problem, you have to make restitution if it won't harm somebody. So even if you might go to jail, you have to go back after 20 years and say, I stole $10,000 from you and pay it back.
Would this have been stealing $50,000 if he had not told the truth about which boy took the shot?
I believe it would have been.
I think it would have been, too. Gene, thanks for the call. Appreciate your insight there. And glad to know that when you've been faced with those temptations, you've made the right decisions as well. Line 2, Debbie in Missouri. Debbie, good morning. You're on the Kevin McCullough Show. Glad you're with us.
Yes. I think when they called the boy's name, I think if the boy was not in the arena, then he should have told him that he wasn't there and that he needed to get him so that he could make the shot. Sending the other boy out there, what is that saying to the kids?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is it saying to the kids that my parents are, they automatically know that their parents are being dishonest because they're sending the wrong boy out. And for him to get home and then say that he, all of a sudden say that he feels, you know, he needs to do the right thing. Sending him out there in the beginning, he should have done the right thing by sending the right boy out there. You know, when you sent the wrong boy, you was not doing the right thing then.
Yeah, and then you had the chance to not sign the paperwork, and then you had the chance to tell people after the shot was taken, and then you had the chance to, before you left the arena that night, and then you had a chance to, before you got home, call them. I mean, there's like 1,000 chances that you had before the next day when you finally did it. And I'm glad he did finally do it. But I'm not painting him as some sort of ethical hero the way the news media is today. Thanks for the call, Debbie. More of your calls. Should the father, I mean, is he really being the guy that everybody's saying he is? Stay with us.